Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to swap out the dash trim piece on my car. So the trim piece that was in here was the brushed aluminum. I already switched it out, but I'm going to show you how to do it so that you can switch to, there's two different black versions like this. There's the version that's, I believe it's the newer, that comes in the newer cars, and also a version that came in the special order kit. Anyways, I'll list both of them along with the existing part numbers so that you can have those for reference, and also where I got it from. It was approximately around $200, and it's fairly easy to install, but let's just go through the steps right now. To remove the trim piece, the existing trim piece, you need to take out the two vents. The vents, this vent right here and this one right here. And the way that this piece snaps in is that there is these snaps which are snap into the more or less the frame of the vehicle, or the to the car. And then there's two, besides those multiple snap points, there's on this left side over here, that's why we're taking that one out, there's a little tab. Not sure if you can see it, but there's a tab in here that needs to be pushed so that it can be pulled out. And then there's a screw that goes in right here on this vent that we need to unscrew to be able to get this out. Now, to get these vents out, it took me quite a while the first time. And so you'll need to make a tool, something like this, so that you can grab onto the vent and pull it out. And it does take a lot of force to pull those out. And I'm going to, before I continue on, I'm going to put some tape on the end of this tool so I don't scratch the vents. And then after that I'll show you a little bit more about what the tool needs to do and how it grabs it. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see in there, but there's like a cross type of shape in there that you need to grab onto, and that is what we get the tool in there for, to just pull it out. Now, it does take a lot of force to pull it out. That's why it took me so long, because I felt like every time I do it I was going to break it, but I did finally get it out. So let's just do that quick and see how that goes. So we want to sneak this in there. Let's get my light. So you want to get it behind that cross shape. Get both of them latched, which I do. Okay. And then, because it takes, and you could make that tool with a hanger, or I've seen people use a wire. So there's different options. But then you just grab it, and then it's a matter of pulling it out. Okay, that one went actually pretty easy. The first time it was pretty darn difficult. Okay, so then you can see that it just snaps in there. There's little tabs in there, and it just basically pulls out. So it's a fairly easy process. I did not screw this one in yet, so you can see that the screw is kind of hanging out there. And then let's pull out the other one quick. So there's a screw. Let's pull out this other one. If I can find my tool. Nope, it's still in there. Let's carefully pull it out so we don't scratch it again. So actually, let's show it right here. So it's grabbing on the back side. of that sort of the housing. So I'd like to be able to pull it on 2 points, 2 different points, so you're not going to break it. And because I've seen some tools where it just grabs one point, and I just don't trust that. So this one grabs on 2 points of the. And so let's just pull that out. Again, we've got tape on there so it doesn't scratch the vent. Pull that out. And that actually is what I missed the first step. The first step, well, we can do that. We want to take off the display, which is important before you actually try to pull this off, because you need to take the display off. But we'll do that in a second after we get this tool out of the vent. So we just sent the vent aside. Go for the next one. Hopefully it'll be easier again. Oh, there it comes. Just pulls out, no damage, it's just good. And we can see the tab right there that we have to pull out, and then it's already unscrewed. So let's talk about the display that needs to come out. So the display is pretty easy to take out. Basically, it comes out in that direction. There's these little tabs that are on the back of the display that you need to push back. So let's go back and look at that. And then you see those tabs. This one's pulled back already, and then there's the screw, which is a Torx screw that you just need to unscrew. So you pull those back, unscrew them, and that'll be able to pop your display off. And you get your display like that. It's going to be easier rather than just holding it like that to disconnect it. So you want to disconnect the display, pushing in the tabs. Easier said than done. Okay, there's one. Kind of awkward because of where I've got the camera. It's just difficult. Oh, there we go. Okay, set that aside. Recenter that. So we've got that out of the way. Now there's this little trim piece that needs to come out, and that just snaps in. So you just pull that out. Oh, the clip fell off, but there are these little snap pieces that snap into place. Okay. Set that aside. So then, as we mentioned before, we've got to pull this tab back, and then we'll be able to remove the trim piece, because that one's not screwed in yet. It's very simple. Pull it out. Get all of it completely out. Okay. And then the process of putting in your new one is just reverse. You can leave that one, well, I'm going to leave this one in place, but normally you'd pull it out and put it in your new trim piece. And you can see how it snaps in there. That it's just basically you know, they're 4 springs that just keep it into place, and snapping in is really easy. Certainly a lot more A lot less force than it is to get it to take it out. So we're going to snap this back in. Let's do it the right direction. Let's start over here. Just push it back, push it into place. Get this under here. It's a matter of getting holes lined up. There we go. Okay, got to get that fully into place. Snaps in. We're all good. Make sure it's all locked into place, which we are. We're good. Put our vents back in. There is a up and a down, so there's a top here that says top. So make sure that is the right side up. Again, they snap in super easy. That's it. It actually won't even hear a snap. They'll just slide in. They're into place. Put the other one after we take out our tool again. Make sure that's out. And again, I think I've seen some do it with wire, that you can feed some wire through here. I like this. This worked out pretty well. See, I would recommend you use a like a coat hanger or some wire if you have it, some thick wire that you can bend. I would probably do it a little bit longer than I had. This metal piece that I used was, I'm not sure what it's called again, but it's for insulation, attic insulation, or insulation in rafters. So it's just some piece of, I don't know, what is it, 16th inch diameter, probably low carbon steel. All right, let's get that guy out of here if we can. There we go. Again, we find the top position, snap it into place. Okay, make sure everything, probably clean it off, make sure it looks good. Now it's a matter of snapping our trim piece back into place. Okay, now we're ready to put the display back on. The clip that fell off before is a clip that goes here. There's two right here. That's where the screws go in from the display, so we want to make sure we put that back into position. So let's get back that in there. Okay, let's not forget to put our bezel back into position. So put the cords through there. Again, this just pushes in. So push right here and right here. That's into position. So then we just need to put the display back on. So we make the connections for display again. Put those back in. And then just a matter of putting display back on, getting it in position, using our T15 Torx wrench, torxing these, or screwing these back into position. Okay, get that in there. There we go. Get that one started. Let's just, okay. Do the other one. It's kind of hard to get the screw started, but it'll get going. We'll find it. Yeah, maybe easy just to take the clip off. I think that's the easier way. Yep. It's easier to take that clip off, and then you can get at it a lot easier. Okay, screw that down, put the clips back on, and that's it. You're good to go. Thanks, looks pretty great. Look forward to the next video. See ya.